Hi everyone, welcome to episode 51 of the Frostwalkers podcast. Rev's with us.
We got a Rev back!
Alvarez. In the last episode, our party squarely defeated a monstered up King Fitzroy, took him to task, ripped him to shreds. Siren did a lot.
Yeah.
A hasted up fucking 10-foot tall wall will do that though.
Yeehaw.
Anyway, you guys, there was a big fight in the castle. Oh yeah, Rev. There was a big fight because Fitzroy brought that whole invasion force. Yeah. It wasn't great. Here's some of the severity reports. A lot of random no-name guards are not doing good. Our buddy Rue is fine. They took some damage, but they were pretty badass. Zag lost an arm.
What?
Zag
Sorry.
lost an arm.
Zag lost an arm.
Yes.
Yeah.
We did our best.
Oh dear.
Aster's wing got stabbed.
No, my boy.
Jatai got one of the wretched on his tail that tried to leech off his tail. It wasn't so much that it was like a critical, it's just an image I want in your mind.
Justice for Corvin. to 2020.
Anyway, Caleb took a nasty stab from Fitzroy. Finn went apeshit. Caleb, sorry, and Gaylor kidding a
Eyes emoji.
Sorry did Crown of Madness. That was cool.
Sorry, did a Crown of Madness.
Yeah.
Yes. And Rowan, because I'm sure you're concerned, Janice is okay.
Okay, good. What about my pets?
They are doing okay.
Yeah, what about our pets?
Your pets are okay.
Okay, good.
I would not hurt your baby.
That made it sound like I cared about my pets more than I care about Janice. I care about
Wait.
them equally.
Janice,
Wait, I
did
have a question.
Yeah,
We did march into war right after being at the hearth.
you guys took your pets. Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
like there was a scene moment of you all gearing up.
okay.
Yeah,
But I got
that was
really
part of
worried
the-
that someone just has to deal with Mr. Floopers for the rest of time because sorry, I accidentally forgot him.
Oh no, that was part of the we will gloss over the travel part last episode. Anyway,
Okay.
the episode ended with Alana and the arrival of Jitter. People, a Galdrealist Jitter, I think is important to mention. Who showed up with the face cards, helped deal with the remaining forces with a banishment cannon, which is the coolest two words I think I've ever paired together ever.
You just love Jitter very much, don't you?
Jitter showed up with the face cards, helped you guys out. Corvin showed up too. He was helpful because yay. Siren and the rest of the Hearth are sticking around in Timshul for now because they dropped everything and ran.
Mm-hmm.
So there's kind of a temporary merger situation going on there. But Alana is in a weird moment of politics being weird. With Fitzroy defeated and Alana returned, she's kind of acting ruler now,
Mm-hmm.
which means
Wouldn't
technically that's the thing. Caleb was acting ruler in the wake of Fitzroy. That's why he still retained the title of prince. Now we have Queen. She does outrank him.
Oh.
Technically, Caleb is number 2 now to Alana.
So that means Rose can stop ruling the castle and pretend that Caleb's doing it?
Yeah, roses rejoice.
Oh my gosh, I could finally take a day off.
This is all the roses have ever day off.
They all ascend to the heavens. We're free!
The roses throw their
Caleb was nice to them, and you know it.
Rose throws the roses throw their helmets in the air in victory and wave their bowling pins and not bowling pins, their rolling pins in solidarity.
At least one of them probably has a bowling pin. She missed the memo and she can't spell.
Rose 172. You do such a
Good.
flat critical character. Anyway, so Andre, you were like helping out your buddies with the road crew, taking on that horde while the party fought off, so you are being nestled with the rest of the crew and Alana, and she's leading you through the castle, but like higher up than you've ever been. You're like going up the stairs and up the stairs and up the stairs, and you realize she's taking you to the very top of the castle watchtowers,
Ooh.
and that's where we open. Alana leading you guys that way. So, Caleb is probably staying close to Finn because he knows Finn needs him to be like, alive, I'm right here.
Oh, Finley having a small panic attack on the inside.
Oh, Finn.
A little bit on the outside.
Yeah, a little bit on the outside, but mostly on the inside.
I think Caleb, after seeing this, squeezes your hand a bit, Finn, and then kind of takes up the reins over. So Caleb's up there with her, leaving kind of an empty space where Caleb was with you, Finn.
What the fuck?
Oh. Andre.
If only someone would.
Yeah, Andre's gonna fill that gap real quick.
Oh.
And Rowan's probably taking up the back a bit. And
Yeah.
Alana like leads you to the top, like the very top. And there's a door that, like a part of the wall looks like there is a door but no knob,
Mm-hmm.
Puts her hands on it and the door glows like this grayish blue and fizzles out like an illusion, and just kind of she steps to the side and goes, come on in.
I didn't know this was here. This is neat.
But they all kind of, you guys pile in on a room that is, I'm just gonna say it, it's fucking badass. There's like scrying, there's like tablets for scrying all over the wall. There's a big round table. There's like kind of a makeshift armory in one corner. These very ornate chairs are there. You look like it. This is what you think of when you think King Arthur and the Round Table. That is what you're looking at.
Cool.
Is there a round table?
Yes.
He just said there was, yeah.
Oh man, I didn't hear that.
There's a round table. And it's all ornate. It's all.
I
cool,
am
it's all
an
awesome.
idiot.
No, it's okay. You're good.
And the only Rowan Jitter's actually beside you. And when you guys all step in, he gets all wide-eyed and amazed, and he kind of perks a bit. And Alana takes a seat at the head of the table, and then looks all of you.
She's sitting on top of the chair, like on the. No, that makes it sound crazy.
And then she just like casts a spell, and all the chairs pull out for you guys to sit. She just goes, "Take your seats." The first meeting, the inaugural meeting of the new Night Council begin momentarily.
The new Night Council? Are someone replacing us?
No, you're being officially stated.
Oh, okay.
I love some.
Alana like pats your head and just goes like, "You're an inquisitive one. I like you."
Thank you.
The Sari take up a seat close to Alana now.
Yeah, Sari wants to sit kind of close to her, but also kind of by Caleb.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
in case.
Finn.
Oh, you're cutting out.
What's your guys' seating arrangement looking like?
Next to Kaylin. Maybe next to Andre as well. Sorry, my voice is like dying all of a sudden.
Honestly, mood. But
So
Andre will sit on the other side of Finn.
Okay. So
and then I think that Rowan would be next to Andre, and then Jitter on her other side.
And next to Jitter is Anna, and it's a round table. It works out.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a circle. Circle of friendship.
Meanwhile, because I realized I didn't get to do this. Meanwhile, hey Sam,
Yes, hello.
I'm sure there's a moment now where Siren kind of realizes like he has stuff to do, so Alana like kind of pulls him aside. He tells the others to sit, and she just goes, "You're gonna go back out there, aren't you?"
Gonna have to, don't I?
I mean, you don't have to. I want you here with me and Myrina and the others,
I know.
but I also know you. We've been friends long enough that I know you. So, do what you gotta do, okay?
Okay. Promise I'll see you when this battle's over.
She gives him a hug.
Hug back.
And when she pulls away, she just kind of like pats your back and just goes, Tell everyone from home I say hi.
I'll do.
Who's
We'll be
he?
there.
She nods. And in this moment, Siren exits.
Wait.
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 Finley's gonna run up to him. And she's gonna hug him.
Hey, kiddo. How you doing?
I'll be fine. I just wanted to say thanks.
It's, no problem on my account. Thank you for listening to something. Listening to the ravens of an old man.
I appreciate it. It was nice learning from someone. It's the same, well, a lot more, but same field of experience as I.
Well,
Take care of yourself, okay?
I'll try. You do that. Looks like you're definitely the one taking care of this group, so I trust you to keep your job up.
I'll try my best.
You're good at it.
Thank you.
But, I gotta go lead an army of mostly competent fools, so.
That's good to hear. And then
Yeah.
she kind of pats him on the shoulder one more time and returns to her
Thank you,
seat.
friendly.
Thank you.
Good day.
Thank you. Thank you, Sam.
Who said that?
Oh, that was just out of character. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome.
Bye.
We've already been. I'm just gonna mute.
Yep, that works. So Alana turns to you guys and just, as you know, an attack on our home is a declaration of war. Caleb's just like, I don't like using the word war, and then Alana turns around and just goes, I like being honest, son. And then he's like, yeah, you're right. She just goes, we are at war. We have been for a while. I'm trying to deny it, but we are. That is undeniable. In days gone by, the original Night Council was made to prevent attacks from the Shadow Dragon. This new Night Council is made to prevent attacks from the Order. Tonight, we will piece together what we know, make a plan of attack, and provide you with the equipment you need to succeed. But first, I think it's time you meet the Old Night Council.
What?
And she kind of taps her staff, and these little scrying stones from the table itself just light up, and a couple figures show up, basically using the scrying mirror to talk. One of them,
Cool.
Andre immediately knows Constance Marigold,
Ooh.
who just shows up.
She's the leader of Xylem, isn't she?
Yep, she just goes, Alana, what's wrong? And she just goes, it's time. And she like quickly nods. A few other figures show up. You see one scrying stone being held and like 5 figures trying to push in, see what's going on. And the wispy elemental bodies give a hint to their identity. There is a portly Ariel who is delegated to a chair that he uses to like float. He kind of has a flying chair. Okay,
Cool.
Ooh, that's cool.
a portly
Very
owl like of Ariel, with like a very like bushy beard, very aged, gray hair. But
Is he related to Jitter?
the resemblance to Jitter is undeniable.
Oh, is this like his grandpa or something?
Yep,
Oh,
this is Zachariah Taylor, one of
cute.
leading inventors of Xylem. The only other leading inventor of Xylem being the only fallen member of the council.
Mm.
But that's okay, because in our presence is Rin, who will be taking Liren's spot.
Oh.
And lastly,
So is he on the screen right? Is he like in this meeting?
no, he wouldn't need to be. He was here. He was here physically. So
I see.
he shows up now. And,
Okay. So he's in the room. I guess I just want to know how many characters he's playing right now.
Yeah, he's in the room, but remember, it's all
Okay.
RP.
Okay.
Anyway, and lastly is a familiar friend, materializes. Hello, everyone. Glad to see you together.
You're still here. Is
Of
he
course
still wearing the? Is he still wearing the party hat?
Didn't he change it? Didn't he
Yeah.
change color?
Yeah, he changes its color again,
Yes.
and he like takes,
I was referring mostly to the party hat, but yes, Lothar, I am excited to see you.
he gives Sari a ghost hug.
Yeah.
I want a
A
ghost
gug?
hug.
A gug, if you will.
He gives
Gug.
Andre a ghost hug after that remark.
Oh god.
Oh my god. Okay.
As everyone shows up, Alana speaks first. First order of business. I wish we could have a whole ceremony to induct you into the Night Council, but we do not have time. She just like holds her hand up, and these blue lights show from. These blue lights show up as she holds her hand up, and you see her hair and parts of like the sides of her face glow. It's like a starry look. They have like a very constellation look as she does this.
Oh.
As she holds out her hand, you all feel like basically the best way to describe it is someone tracing the palm of your hand. Like someone gently tracing on the palm of your hand is the sensation you feel.
Ooh. Like kind of tingly.
Yeah, and there's like a little symbol drawn. I don't have an example of it, but someone come up with one because I'm sure of it. And guys, look on your hands, and they glow. And all by blue, I mean like dark astral blue, some white star specks.
Oh.
The symbol of the Night Council. Why
Oh.
Night Council? Because the stars are out of it.
Oh.
Oh, that's so
Oh.
cool.
Oh.
So Lana smiles and then
Oh my god.
closing
I'm
her
sorry,
hand,
but I'm now just
she smiles and then says, "Welcome aboard. First order of business is piecing together what we know. I know that we were attacked. I know we were attacked by a tiefling named Valdis, who's a high-ranking member of the Order. He used an artifact we dubbed the Helm of the Host to create an illusory duplicate of an warrior of the Shadow Dragons named Texic. Once you defeated him, the stone returned to its regular state. Valdis fled. We came here assuming that's where he'd be, but he's not here, which leads us to believe he ran home. Any other bits of information you guys are willing to throw in at this point? Constance just kind of chimes in with the arrest of Malvern, just everything you guys already know. Lothar brings up the attacks from the hags. Constance reminds you guys of the arrest of Malvern. Rin reminds you guys of the Malsum, because Rin, being part of Voletta's charge, has worked with Valerian and Theo recently.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Woo!
so, so that and Zachariah Taylor takes a moment to introduce himself. He is the leading creator of Taylor Industries, a company that provides equipment and technological advancements for combat purposes.
So are we gonna get some like really cool weapons?
Yes, no, maybe so.
Cool.
The company, however, is now defaulted in Zachariah's old age. He willingly gave it to Jitter.
Oh,
Jitter is a CEO, is what I'm.
Jitter is
Nice.
Tony Stark. That hurt my ears so bad.
Anyway,
Yeah. And I think that Jitter and Rin work together, right?
In the old days, Zachariah and Liren were like the closest, they're like a Gates Jobs sort of situation.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Technically competitors, but very good friends, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Until like that actually, well, yeah, no, Bill Gates and Steve Jobs kind of friends. Yeah, so yeah, that's where it was. Old friends work together on the Night Council. Zachariah is clearly kind of still hurt that Liren's gone, but is happy that Rin and Jitter are taking up the mantle.
Mm. Cute.
And it's then that those elemental figures speak up and just go, "Do we have to say our thing now?" And she goes, Alana puts up her hand and goes, later. But beforehand, any other mentions of anything prudent? Any information you can give us on what we're going?
Okay. Rowan does have something to say, but I do want to know really what did we do with the head?
Alana smiles and just goes, and she snaps open a bag of holding and rolls the robotic head still in the armor plate out, and just goes,
Okay.
figured we could get an interrogation into. But she rolls it back in though and just goes, only if we need it.
Good to know. Okay, so Andre and I did a little bit of investigating back when Valdez was still in the medical ward before he escaped. We got a little bit of information out of him about who he works for, and he didn't tell us much, but he did say he talked about Texic, which we already know about, but he also mentioned that the person that he works for calls himself Terror, as well as the Shadow Dragon. And we're not sure if they're just going by that name to scare people or if it's the same as before. But I guess what we know is that there's someone, whoever it is, there's someone at the top that's using the same name as the Shadow Dragon.
The room erupts. People start talking over each other. People are gasping at the thought of it being the real thing. Others are saying it's an act of fear-mongering, you know?
Mm-hmm.
The room is split. Anyone in the party have anything to say?
Well, how would we know if it was the real guy? Is there any giveaways?
Caleb kind of starts sitting there and goes, "It was red, but now it's purple. Rowan, it was red, but now it's purple."
What
What
does
are you
that
talking
mean?
about?
The gems, the magic, everything. When we thought it was the order, the color was red. Now it's this dark, shadowy purple. Ring any bells?
Oh.
Is it supposed to ring a bell for me? Because I'm...
Do you remember the fight against the Malsum? When it took the form of the Shadow Dragon to scare us? Remember the purple fire?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
To the end and taking care of their high commanders, leading to a final confrontation. Now the red is turning purple. It's not an accident. It's a tell.
Well, this is comforting. Good, comforting thought.
I mean, and what about those creatures that we've been fighting? I've never seen anything like them.
Jitter chimes in. I have. When Galdrea and I went to the Shadowfell, that was everywhere. They're the Sarasworn. They're what happens when good hearts get corrupted down there.
That's.
Oh,
Oh dear.
that's not good.
So their ground troops are from the Shadowfell. Jitter kind of nods slowly and sadly.
Well, then I think that's pretty telling.
Settles it, really.
I mean, I guess there's still a chance that it's not the same, but whoever it is from the Shadowfell and wants to scare us by taking the name.
But being able to have memory of Taxic to make the Helm of the someone you vaguely know, you know? You can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna make it some guy I met off the street once. For it to look that good, someone would have to have known him to have made the Helm of the Host work that well.
That is true. So who could that be?
Constance just kind of shrinks in her chair and just goes, someone who worked with him would be my guess.
Do we know anyone like that?
Alana turns to you, Andre. Rowan said that you were with her. Does all of this check out?
She's just kind of looking rather solemn in her seat. And she nods. She's like, yep. Yes. Oh man, my head hurts. But yeah, it checks out.
Zachariah kind of chimes in. Then I think we have no room to debate. Even if it's not the Shadow Dragon himself, it's someone with similar power. And if we want to protect our people, we have to assume the worst. Alana kind of sighs and goes, he's right, you know. Effective immediately, this council will assume that all attacks from the Order of the Red Eye have been, and have always been, planned by the Shadow Dragon. That is the basis assumption we have to work under.
They did say that another name that he went by was Terror.
Apt. Jitter just kind of shrinks and looks to his grandpa and just goes, Galdrea's still out there, you know. I know. We'll find her. Don't worry. Kind of speaks up. When we came back from the Shadowfell, Galdrea heard about Sarasworn leaking into the material. She's been hunting them down. We lost contact recently. I know she's out there still, but I'm worried.
Well, we'll do our best to find it.
Okay. He's just kind of curled up in a ball and just says she doesn't know what she's getting into. None of us did until right now. How do we know she's not already trying to fight the Shadow Dragon herself?
We don't.
I don't know what to say to him. I want to comfort him, but I don't know what to say.
Hugs?
We could find her.
If you do, he smiles and just goes, you'd make me a very, very happy person.
Okay, we'll try to send someone out to find her.
Then there was Alana kind of chimes in and goes, Caleb? Oh. And it's at this moment you see Caleb basically under the table.
Caleb?
He is hyperventilating.
Oh god,
Sorry.
Caleb.
Oh wow. Oh boy.
Sorry just joins him down there and just goes, you want to talk about it or do you just want to hug?
I need a minute. I'll be okay. I just need a minute, okay? And you can see like the floor around him is starting to freeze up a bit.
She just very quietly and carefully just wraps his cloak around him a little bit tighter and pats his back and says, "Okay, I'm here if you need me, okay?"
He message cantrips her, "Thank you, sis. I'll be ready in a minute. I just need a moment to breathe."
She just
Finley's
nods and
just gonna-
crawls back up into her seat.
Finley's not gonna say anything, but she's gonna sort of stand over him. Protectively, I guess.
No one touch him.
We weren't going to touch him, it's fine.
No one, no, also just like watch your feet. Don't accidentally kick him.
Oh, that makes sense, yeah.
That's a very practical request, actually.
Yeah, I think that Rowan probably like tried to approach him and noticed what was happening and kind of stopped herself, and I think now she's sort of trying to like get people to move back and give him some space.
Alana kind of takes Caleb by the hand and goes, "Son, wait outside for a minute. When you're ready, come back in, okay?" And he just nods, and you could see he's just beside himself and closes the door, and you could hear, as soon as the door is closed, muffled by it, just a scream and some crying.
Oh,
My heart.
oh no.
no. Oh, it's so hard for me not to like go in there, but I know that
It is hard. It is hard for me in this real life moment to not be able to hug him.
The door is like icing up, and little like stalagmites of ice, or I guess icicles, are just kind of pulling out the door, like almost as if the door was spiked, you know?
Okay, fuck this. Finley's going out there.
oh
Finn, you do so, and you just see Caleb like just standing there with his staff, ice kind of coming from it. He's just like, "It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
Hey.
Leave me alone. I just need a second."
You're going to hurt yourself. I can't let you do that.
I do need space, Finn. But he takes his staff and puts it in your hands. But you're right. Give me a minute. No magic. And I'll come inside. Okay.
Do you promise?
He drops his component pouch at the floor. I promise.
Okay, I'll give you space, but just don't do anything stupid, okay?
He just throws himself onto you for a second.
She definitely hugs back. Like, so hard.
And when he pulls away, he just kind of smiles and puts the component pouch in her hand and just goes, I just need a second, okay? There's a lot coming back right now, and I just need to breathe.
Okay. I'm here to talk.
I think Rowan's kind of been standing at the door, like she didn't go in, but if the door was probably left open, you know, and I think she kind of like, I imagine the rest of us are probably standing at the door too. Is that a safe thing to assume?
We're all just listening very carefully.
Yeah, okay. I think I kind of push everyone back a little, step back myself.
Shoot, move.
Finn walks in, and Caleb sees you guys, even though you're a few feet away, and just kind of says out loud, I just need a minute, okay? I gave Finn my magic stuff. I promise, no wacky shit. I'm not going to freeze the whole town over and make you go find me while I go sing a ballad about self-discovery. That's not happening.
I'm sorry. I know this is supposed to be an emotional moment, but that was funny.
Shay, it's fine. That was hilarious.
Oh, that was funny.
It was wonderful.
Good job. That was so good.
That was a good joke.
If that's not happening, I don't even know where that one came from. Not happening, though. Just need a minute with my thoughts, and then I'll be ready, okay?
Okay, we'll give you a minute.
Thank you.
Finley brings in the confiscated staff and component pouch.
Yeah. And Alana just smiles and goes, Thank you. Thank you, Finn.
Anyways.
Right. Well, we know what we're up against. We have to assume they have all the same tricks as before, on top of everything we know he has. The next question becomes what we do about it. And now, finally, is when I will allow you to speak. And she turns to like the four figures, and one of them just kind of like appears through the scrying stone, and it's a being of pure wind.
Interesting.
Rowan and Andre know this. It's not every day you see a divine again.
Oh, is the grass one here?
All of them are
The
here.
earthy one here?
All of them are here. But they have sorted news. They're communicating into the scrying stone, but it's coming out through like a kind of mini elemental they made to sit at the physical table, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Basically, what they're explaining through this creature is terror can corrupt beings of magic. The shadow dragon can do that. That's magic manipulating magic, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And the divines are beings of pure magic. When you boil them down, they're just really powerful elementals.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, if terror were to rise again, and the elementals are, the divines are stagnant, they are calling him terror and not the shadow dragon over and over, you know?
Mm-hmm.
If terror rises again, they would be corrupted and they would do more damage to the cause than good. It's not an if, it's a when, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But they do have one solution. They are going to drain themselves of their magic. Essentially cocooning themselves.
Why are they doing that?
If they drain their magic, terror can't use it to control them.
Oh, that makes sense.
But
Ooh.
they have to drain it into something. Beings of pure magic can be controlled. Mortals are not so simple. Mortals have souls.
Mm-hmm.
So, the game plan is, how do you guys feel about getting your weapons souped up one more time with a little god magic?
Ooh, yeah.
Yes, 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 yes.
That's so cool. Okay.
The divines
Bring
will
it
become
on.
cocoon-like mortal creature things and will disperse, is what they're thinking will happen.
Okay.
They disperse to different parts of the world, leave you with their god magic. Your weapons have one final upgrade.
Okay. So I guess I'm just kind of wondering, like, what do they're becoming mortal, right? And they're like these elemental creatures. So like what would it be like the like water one turns into a water genasi and like the fire one turns into a fire genasi and like the
Right on the money.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so they're just like normal people now. Huh.
They are no longer divine.
Hmm.
There are no longer divines. There are divine weapons. And they are in your custody.
Ooh.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
for Alana smiles and goes, for this to work, I think there's a few that make sense. But after all, a few were born for this. You agree? She looks to Rowan and Heartmender. She goes, would you place your staff on the table, please?
I do that.
The Earth Divine holds out their hand and pure green elemental magic hits Heartmender. You can come up with the design, but this is Heartmender's final fucking form.
Okay. It's gonna look cool as hell. It's gonna look really cool. Can I describe what I think it looks like?
Absolutely.
Okay. So originally I kind of imagined that Heartmender was like this sort of like long narrow staff that had these like woody bending branches that kind of formed into like a heart shape at the top, and then there was this like little crystal in the center. I think that now these branches are like much like thicker, more intricate branches, and there are these like colorful leaves that are sprouting off of it, and this like crystal in the center now has all of these like branches that are just kind of like woven around it, you know, in like a really interesting, like, it still kind of has the same heart shape, but it's like this, like, it looks almost like a tree, but it's it's very cool looking.
We know what you mean. I can see the vibe in my head.
Yeah,
I can see it too.
It's
I
like this-
love it.
it's like this intricate wooden woven heart pattern around this big crystal in the center, and all these like colorful leaves sprouting off of it.
We'll come up
It
with them.
sounds amazing.
I'll give you guys the final mechanic versions out of game. Okay.
You got it.
Cool.
And the residual level of it, the residual magic hits you, Rowan. So you're a bit stronger too.
Cool! Because I was the only one who was still at level 10.
Yep, you're caught up with everyone now.
Awesome!
Andre, you Fearbringer is placed on the table, and the Fire Divine is at
Ooh.
as these flames dance around your blade. It's not so much that your blade creates fire; your blade creates smoke.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
Not so much, not even creates smoke. You can call it to your hand in a puff of smoke now.
That's so cool.
Yes.
That's so cool.
Sorry,
Yeah.
your ring is touched by the Water Divine.
Okay.
Because, I mean, thunder, storms, water, you know.
Oh, it's like Poseidon. That's cool.
It has like a very nice blue crystal on like as like a ring top now, you know.
Ooh, shiny.
You can design the rest of it. And there will be some more spells added onto it now. But sorry, you hold out your hand and a tidal wave just starts forming.
Oh, this is the coolest thing.
And finally, Finley, although you didn't get one of the created weapons from the past, you do have the Sword of War and Peace. And the Wind Divine looks at it and goes, "That'll do."
Oh.
So the Sword of War and Peace now has this like wind look to it, and like the fire and lightning are crackling off this like mini cyclone that just is surrounding the sword at all times.
That's so cool. It's like this. Oh, it's like the lightning cyclone. Oh, that's fucking cool.
Her hair is gonna be even more wild now.
Yes. Oh, that's so cool. And then Caleb has the like ice magic, and yes, we're all elemental now. So cool.
Caleb actually has a fun thing because one more figure pops their head in, and there's Delilah. Delilah's not a pure divine. She does not need to like cocoon herself. That's not a problem, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But she's still blessing Caleb's staff with magic anyway.
Mm.
So his staff also has a bit of an upgrade, where the blue crystal's now kind of surrounded in a bit of a snowflake pattern.
Oh, cool.
And
I
the
love
snowflake
that.
itself is like this steel that can act as like a glaive now.
Ah, cool. Oh, I'm drawing everyone. I'm drawing Arc 4 everyone. This is happening.
Yes.
This is too
And with that, the
Please.
divines turn into Ganassi.
Mm.
With the exception of Ariana, who is mortal and remains immortal.
Mm.
They all look at each other with this, kind of smile at Alana, and just go, "Good luck. It's time for us to leave now." And she nods and says, "Godspeed."
But
And their scrying stone shuts down. Jitter kind of smiles and goes, "I'll have a few more things." Jitter's like joy has returned tenfold at cool new weapons.
Aw, baby. So what does he get a cool thing?
Jitter builds cool things.
Yeah. What is his cool thing that he's built?
He has a backpack called the Feather, which is basically a control magic suite thing.
Okay, cool.
You'll see it in action later, but for now, just know it can manipulate elemental magic with other people too. Like his armor did that for himself, but now he can maneuver that to others.
Cool.
So anyway,
Neat.
all of you guys have that. Alana then rolls the head of Fitzroy out and goes, I think he's the one who can answer our last question. Where is Valdez? Like I would say. She just
Oh my
hits
gosh, it talks.
She just hits the head with the blunt part of the staff. Okay. Don't make me poke you more. And the head is outfitted in the center of the table, where it kind of the robotic part moves, and there's a map of the world glowing on the wall. And there is a river that's not that far from here. It's out of the Atuon expanse, but not far past it. A natural river with a big setup, and he just goes, that's where Valdez has been hiding. Go there, you'll know what to do there. He's number 2. He has the closest connection. And Alana just smiles and goes, great, thanks for that. Holds the head up. Hey, son. And Caleb kind of steps in. What do we do about him? He smiles and just goes, oh, I think I know the perfect punishment. And we'll do kind of a cutaway here as Caleb puts the head of Fitzroy in the catacombs, surrounded by the monster.
That is fucked up.
This
Nice.
mechanical head starts jabbering in Elvish, and he seals it off. And then using Jitter's spell with him, casts banishment on all the monsters, returning them to their own plane.
Oh.
Fitzroy used this place to make an army. Now it's his eternal prison.
Oh.
Nice.
Alana smiles
Resolution.
as this is done. You all kind of circle around each other one last time. Caleb seems to have cried his tears,
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of breathes out and just goes, okay. Whew. Well, what do we do?
I think we prepare.
That's pretty much all we can do. Right now, at least.
Yeah, there's nothing. I mean, we could test out our new weapons, but that is, I guess, in a statement, more preparing.
Alana smiles and goes, we can't prepare too long. We do have a war to win. Night Council, I suppose this meeting is adjourned. Next episode, we are traveling to the river. And that is where we will call tonight here as well.